Hello and welcome to How to Stop Procrastination. Yeah, we all probably experience procrastination many times in our life. No? When I was in high school back in Germany, we're talking about 30 years ago, I procrastinated, studying for my math test all the time. That was the typical thing the night before, let's just start, and then it got really stressful. Before I felt guilty, and I could never really enjoy the time before anyway, because it's always there. Oh, I still have to do that. Do you know it? I still have to do that. So it's a cause for unhappiness, in my opinion. So I pretty much got out of procrastination, and I want to share with you my 7 aspects of getting out of procrastination. All right? So let's just look at it. So number 1, super important, beat procrastination by overcoming fear of failure. That's the big one. Unconsciously, often we have a fear of failure. Oh my God, I got to do this task. I got this job project, or I have to do the taxes for last year or whatever. And then somehow I don't feel confident doing that, the whole thing, so fear of failure triggers, I push it away. Huh? Does anyone recognize that? So it's unconscious. So becoming aware, when does fear of failure trigger my procrastination behavior? Number 1. Huh? So failing is okay. Failing fast, learn faster. That's important. And, take small steps. Often when we have a big project, it triggers fear of failure. What are my 10 little steps? Let's just put it in my calendar. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is important. And then if we break it down and we allow ourselves to fail and ask for help. So number 2 is super closely related to fear of failure, perfectionism. Many people in society, have a bit of a perfectionistic, personality. Oh, good. A lot of good stuff. Perfectionism is a driver, but it triggers, like the fear of failure. So, because perfectionism says like, look, you got to do this, all right, and I have super high expectations, of myself. So fear of failure gets triggered. Trying to lower perfectionism, it's a bit of a process, and it's closely related to self-esteem, self-validation, self-forgiveness, setting healthy boundaries. A little bit of a process, but always when you feel like, oh my God, I'm so critical to myself. My expectations are so high on my own. Well, try to lower. Perfectionism is is one of the major triggers for procrastination. So making boring tasks more enjoyable. Hey, I have to do this task. Let's just do it in the coffee shop out there. Or, oh, I have this boring task. Let's turn it into a game, a challenge. When I have these boring tasks, oh yeah, let's do it in the morning because at 5 p.m. I'm not capable of doing it. Breaking it down, making them nicer. That's usually the trigger. So breaking it down, making it nicer, and turning it into a challenge. I gotta do this, and I have only a small task. This is Ivy, by the way, and it helps. Number 4, beat procrastination by setting deadlines. Often we procrastinate because it's an open end, like the taxes. Yeah, I could do the taxes today, but actually I could do it in February, or I could do it in August. And then the whole problem appears. So, becoming your own inner leadership. My deadlines are as important as the deadlines I'm getting from my boss. And this is a bit of an exercise to practice. Whatever deadline I set, I take it as seriously as, when it comes from above or something. So, for me, these days, it is like this. If I say Tuesday afternoon, it is Tuesday afternoon. But it has been a process to take myself as seriously as maybe the boss. So setting personal deadlines, announcing it publicly. Tell your friends, oh my God, I'm gonna do my taxes until, February 28th. Huh? You can use timers, etc. All right, number 5. So very important, setting moderate and intermediate goals. So let's say, I'm preparing a workshop, full day workshop, or this block you just see. Huh? You see, the block has 7 different, modules. 1 to 7. It's the same with my with my workshops and webinars. It's module 1 to 7. Helpful for the clients, but also helpful for myself because I only think about one module at a time. Okay, module 1, and I don't think about 2 to 6 or 2 to 7. So it helps me lowering the pressure, and it's capable. I'm capable of doing it. It's moderate. It's moderate. It's a little thing. And the rest doesn't matter at this moment. So, less fear of failure and, broken down. So, small chunks, setting micro deadlines in between, and maybe if you want to track it. It really helps. So I'm putting it in your calendar. That's very important. Okay, I have my 7 little steps. When? Tuesday morning, Friday morning, then next week twice. So to really put it in little chunks and, talking about Pomodoro technique in time management, do it just like 45 minutes and then you have a break and that's it. And while you do it, turn off all notifications, emails, people, whatever, is kind of exciting and takes us away from it. So afterwards, YouTube, Netflix, whatever you want, but while doing this for like 25 to 45 minutes, that's it. Number 6, beat procrastination by creating boundaries. So boundaries are a super big thing. We need to learn to or improve our boundaries. Defined work hours, eliminating distractions, as I said, improving saying no. The difficult form for many because it always comes along with fear of failure, fear of conflict, fear of rejection, but doable and really good personality exercise. I want to improve in setting boundaries. I have to say no to XY because now I'm doing this, and then afterwards. And XY can be social media, for example. Right, and then the last one, the 72-hour rule. So whenever you start a bigger project or task, you have to start within the first 3 days. 72 hours. Only a little bit. I just read on it. That's it. 20 minutes. But I would not start 3 weeks in because the motivation goes down. So within 3 days to start, that's the key of success. All right. If you have more questions, feel free to contact me through the contact form or my email, and I'm happy to support you. All right? Have a good one.